Hi, this is Rabbi Moshe Rothschild from the Global Israel Alliance, bringing you the summary of the news from Israel for the week ending July 26th. This week, Syrian state television reported that on Wednesday, Israel attacked a strategic area in the Syrian part of the Golan Heights. Israel did not confirm this, but we do know that in that area, Iran has been trying to establish a base in Syria. Of course, we know the Shia fighters from Iran want to establish a launch pad in order to attack Israel. So Israel denied it, or they did not confirm it, I should say. But the Syrians saying that there were fatalities. The Hamas terror group this week, they said that, quote, there's a real chance that the Israel MIAs can be returned and the negotiating window will be closed soon. If you remember back in 2014 in the Gaza war, known as the War of Operation Protective Edge. Two soldiers, Hadar Golden and Aron Shaul, were killed and their bodies were taken by the Hamas, and Israel believes they still have those bodies, along with two other Israelis named Avera Mengistu and Hisham al-Sayed, who are two mentally ill Israelis who went into Gaza several years ago on their own accord. So Netanyahu said this week, he said, quote, we are committed to bringing back Aron Shaul and Hadar Goldin as well as Avira Mengistu and Hisham al-Sayed back home. I cannot go into detail here about everything that we are doing, but we are doing very much. Hopefully their bodies will be flown back to Israel as soon as possible to be able to give in a proper burial. This week in the United States, the U.S. House voted 398 to 17 on Tuesday to approve a non-binding resolution that opposes the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement. It's an overwhelming victory for the pro-Israel camp in the United States. Of course, we know of the 17 Congress people who voted, AOC from New York, of course, we all know who she is, and Ilhan Omar and Rashid Tlaib, along with 14 others, voted against this resolution, and meaning that they are pro-boycott of Israel. So we hope those 17 who voted against Israel will be taken to task on it, and perhaps it will affect their election campaign. In Israel, demolition forces this week started to demolish some illegally built Arab homes that were built in Jerusalem. Around 72 apartments and 12 buildings were demolished so far. It was approved by the Supreme Court in Israel. The right this week, the political right in Israel, has a new leader, former Justice Minister Ayelet Shaked, who, as if you're a regular watcher of this news, know that I am a big supporter of Ayelet Shaked. Ayelet Shaked is now the leader of the merger between the New Right and the Jewish Home. And we are very, very happy about this. So right now they would be slated, according to polls, to get 15 seats. I believe if they ran separately, they would probably, according to the polls, get about 10 seats. So we're very happy about this. Argentinian authorities announced this week they will be freezing Hezbollah assets and recognize them as a terror group. The announcement this week coincided with the United States Secretary of State Mike Pompeo visiting Argentina on the 25th anniversary of the deadly bombing at the Argentine Israeli Mutual Association Jewish Community Center in Buenos Aires, in which 85 people died 25 years ago. I remember very well when that happened. I'm sure some of you do as well. Of course, I am not the oldest guy here, so I'm assuming some of you do remember that. Now, in a very surprising and a very positive development this week, 6 Arab journalists arrived in Israel, including for the first time from Saudi Arabia and Iraq, and the media delegation also included someone from Jordan, and we're very, very excited about this. They went to visit Yad Vashem, Israel's Holocaust Memorial Museum, and the 6 journalists, they're going to tour Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, Haifa, and Nazareth, as well as meet with Knesset members. So if you happen to speak to any of those 6 Arab countries that they're from, don't tell anybody, because their countries don't know they're here. Now, this week, you might have noticed, in England, they have a new leader to replace Theresa May. Boris Johnson defeated Jeremy Hunt. Now, why is this significant? Because Boris Johnson said that he is a passionate Zionist. It's nice to have a leader of England who is a Zionist. So we wish Boris Johnson all the success in the world in his new role as Prime Minister in England. That's about it for this week. Remember, if you're from Tulsa or anywhere in the Tulsa area, December 8th, 2019 is coming up, is our Israel conference. It's going to be spectacular. Go to our website, israelalliance.org, and you can register for the conference. And feel free to hit the donate button. And that's about it. Wishing you a great Shabbat from Israel. May the Lord bless you with all good things, good health, and great success. Take care.